fuck? I can't see your camera, so I don't know what you're doing when you do that.
Stretching for a nice ice cold Dr. Pepper. Hello, everybody. Hi, welcome back to another episode of Two Brain Cells, or two idiots, one brain cell. If that's not just the peak embodiment of this podcast, I don't know what else is. I'm Lumberjack Allen, and I am joined with
Hemotaculous. As always.
I don't know. I always mess up that part. I'm like, I don't know what to say there, so I just. Anyways, hey buddy, how are you doing?
I'm good. Got home from work recently.
You know, can I just say something like real quick? I really like doing this podcast with you because like for a while we were like haven't been able to talk, so now this forces us to at least like talk once a week. You know, like
because being adults is fucking stupid.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it's nice to do this because then at least once a week we for sure are gonna talk to each other.
I feel like, God, I have to interact with this guy today.
I'm trying to be all positive, and you're like, God.
Well, I also say I love you every night. When we're done talking.
I do. I respond with I do too.
I know. You normalize telling your friends you love them.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like just
not like like you like love them, but just let them like, hey, love you, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. Normalize it. Look, I said it to my coworkers today. Actually, I went to lunch. I was like, all right, I'll see you guys in half an hour. I love you, and I left. And there's like, okay.
Okay. I had my coworker like how I knew we became like beyond just like work besties was because like so I had to mail like a bunch of letters out to customers.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was like 100. It was something like, and I didn't know that we had like I knew we had like a stamp machine that like stamped all the like or with postage on the letters, but no one. Yeah, there's a machine. It just like you just put it in. You just put the letters in. It feed the letters and it like stamps with postage, and
you can do that.
Yeah.
I always wondered how people just put the stamps on so many fucking envelopes.
Yeah, and then so like you register it with the U.S. postage, and so it tracks, and then you just make monthly payments.
Oh, okay.
And so like you just feed it. Well, no one. So I knew that machine existed, but I knew that it's existed before because of my last job. But the last job, it didn't have this option where you could like seal the envelope as well.
Mm-hmm.
This one did. No one told me, so I licked about like 100 letters.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just sitting there like licking them like a mad lad, closing them. And my coworker goes, "Wait, you licked all those?" I'm like, "Yeah, how else do you fucking close letters? Like what?"
You're like, yeah, I licked it all.
Yeah, like it was essentially
your tongue is raw.
Yeah, that was essentially that. It just tasted like glue. And then like she literally like shows me the machine again. And I'm like, yeah, I know the postage. Yeah, it's like, what about it? And she like flips a lever and puts it like and it was sealing them. Like you don't have to lick. I'd never have to lick it just like seals it and stamps it at the same time. And I was like, what?
Well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself.
I guess I'll just go to the bathroom and wash my tongue off.
You ever hear that schoolyard, that little schoolyard tale how envelope glue is made from cockroach eggs?
No, but I did remember hearing that Axe body spray had horse testosterone in it.
What?
Did you never hear that rumor?
No, I've never heard that one.
There was a rumor going around that like Axe body spray had horse testosterone in it. I remember hearing that like
horse testosterone.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not true.
Well, is it? How do you know?
Because
the truth is out there.
It's not. I promise you, it's not.
Or
Like I
Horse,
genuinely, I remember being
horse
in.
butt. What?
I remember being in the like middle school locker room, and like I remember people would like, "Oh, you use Axe body spray? You know it has like horse testosterone in it," and I'm like, "Why would it have horse testosterone?"
And you're like, does it? Am I manly now?
Just like, why would it have
Do I
to
look
be?
like a fucking horse?
And yes, I was that middle schooler that used Axe body spray. Leave me
We
alone.
all used it, okay? Everyone's got to get over themselves. We were all the most embarrassing goddamn things. I'm still embarrassing. I have a deodorant for in my room. I have one in the bathroom, and then I have one in my car for when I forget to hit either of those in the morning when I leave. Then I'll get to work and I'm like, did I? No. All right, I just put it in before I go to work.
Bro, I never leave the shower without like I have to. Like I am a
If I take a if I take a shower, I can't put deodorant on right after. I have to wait till I have to like wait like an hour till I'm completely dry, and then I can go do it.
no, like I don't have time. I gotta go to work. But like I'm too like I'm too paranoid about how I like smell. Like I just like I'm a big guy. Like I sweat. So like
You're just afraid you're gonna go out to the dumpster in the back and it says, Alan smells
yeah, no.
good.
Yeah. Like I'm too paranoid. So like I constantly like I have a deodorant. Like I don't even think that's embarrassing. I have a deodorant in my gym bag. I have a deodorant in my bathroom. I have a deodorant in my room, and I have a deodorant in my car. Like I think that's just normal.
Called
Like
hygiene.
yeah.
I also want to say that you're so afraid of smelling bad, but your Discord status says fart so stanky that the U.S. military has them labeled as gas weapons and are a war crime. I mean, I have literally held in farts for an entire shift at work just so no one would have to like hear or smell that.
Oh, can you please? I can't do it because we're like it would mess up your camera. Like, could you please screenshot that and send that to Tater so he can show that?
Yeah,
It's amazing. I forgot that's my Discord stat. The Discord status is where you post like or where I at least me and my friends like to post our most unhinged thoughts. Have you seen like Dex and Grizzlies also like our weird?
I'd have to go search for them. Dexa says the only thing worse than hearing your surgeon say "oops" is being able to hear it.
And then I don't know. Grizzlies is offline, so you can't see his. Like so, I have a group of friends from like high school, and we have our own Discord server, and so that's where we do like our D&D nights. And like it was a good night when all of our Discord statuses have changed.
Remember when
To
we all changed our picture to Montezuma?
yeah, we still have the Montezuma. Like there was like so it was me, Dex, Grizzly, and Grizzly's brother, and we just made a Montezuma chat where we would just like spam Montezuma. For those of you who don't know, there's a game called Civ 5, and you play as like as old historical leaders of nations, and one of them is Montezuma, and like he just had this really messed up looking like he had a really zoomed in profile picture you could get, and we all made it our Discord set. I will find a picture so that we can post it, but it was just like a really zoomed in picture of Montezuma right over and that was our Discord image, and it was like that.
I sent it. I put it in the chat so Tater can add that later.
It was like it was for little like I think it was like a month or two where we all had that, and like what was funny was like it started with us four, and like I remember like Grizzly going, "Man, that emo kid, he just fits in," because like we didn't tell emo shit, like we didn't prompt him nothing. He just like
I just sent it to Dex too.
you just did it like for no, there was no context for you. There was no nothing. Like you had no idea what was going on.
But essentially it was like you see three guys leaving a store that you go to shop at, and they come out wearing an outfit you really like. So you go inside and you buy the outfit and you catch up to them, and they're like, "Hey, you look pretty good." I'm like, "Okay, everyone changed their picture to that. I guess I might as well too. I'm a fucking lemming."
It was so funny.
I could have just joined a cult for all I know.
The Montezuma call. Oh, that was like good times. Like,
I remember.
do you remember?
I, one time.
I remember like speaking of like middle school. I remember like um, there's like this really messed up story. Like, do you want to hear it? It's kind of weird, but it was
Well,
funny.
everyone, this is how we get our content.
So like, um, so it was in middle school, and I was walking towards the music section because I had music class. I'm not a musical kid, but like we had like music history or something. I don't know. I don't remember.
We all had like a music class where we didn't do anything.
Yeah, like we watched just like The Sound of Music and like took notes on it, and then took a test on The Sound of Music, and then like watched other music movies and wrote. And I don't know. It was super easy. Anyways, like I remember, so there was like a bathroom, like the girls' bathroom, and like the door. There's a mirror. There's like so the door in, and it goes like in and left immediately. So and then like it's and then like there's a mirror, like on that one hallway, and so I'm just like walking by, like I don't pay attention to it, but there was three girls like huddled around, and I knew one of them. She was my friend, so I'm like, "What are you guys doing? Like what the hell?" She's like, "Oh, I'm getting a tummy piercing." She's getting literally like a tummy piercing, like a belly button piercing, in the like middle school bathroom.
Like I've heard of a stick and poke, but who the fuck is just be like, oh yo, I'm gonna just start piercing people's belly buttons in
Yeah.
school?
It was like I was just. She's like, "You're not gonna tell her." I'm like, "I ain't seen shit." Like,
How to get hepatitis 101.
I'm like, I'm not getting involved at all with whatever the hell is happening here. Like,
Fuck.
yeah,
Why?
because I
I
went to
never
a,
liked belly button piercings. I think they're
because
just it's
I
just
went,
dumb.
I went to a like a, it was a pretty like. It wasn't the worst middle school in the cities, but it was definitely like, it was the fringe of the like, where like a lot of like there's a mix of like country folk and like people who thought they were gangster, and so that was the mix, and it was a really wild mix.
It might so
It was like
like
a bunch of
so like everyone had a tractor, but some of them had hydraulics or something.
yeah, it was like a bunch of people who thought they were Eminem, like they dressed and tried to act like Eminem.
Or the Slim Shady phase. Oh,
Yeah,
God, you remember when all the guys were like cut their hair and frost their tips and shit?
yeah. So it was that mixed with a bunch of dudes who didn't like
Who would have sex with farm animals? Got it.
yeah. So then they mixed them together, and they hated each other.
Well, yeah.
And then there was me that wasn't either of those things. And I
Yeah.
did and I
They would called you a fucking dork for not choosing a side.
yeah. And I got bullied by both because I didn't fit in.
Good. I mean, oh, that's bad.
Um and then the girls were even crazier because they were like a mixed hodgepodge of everything.
All right. So I guess so. We're going back to like shit that would happen back then. That fucking hairstyle.
The
That girl's.
prostitute. Oh,
So remember, Avril Lavigne's girlfriend song, like hey you.
yeah, I know the song. I never saw.
You know
it.
the.
I literally never saw the music video. I can look it up though.
No, I'm just gonna send you like a pic, like a shot of it.
What is? How do you spell her name?
Avril. Where the fuck is that? This hair fucking style.
I can't click. I can't. You have to send it to my phone.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Oh, I see. Like the red streak in the on one side, and then like
no.
no.
No. Where can I? How can I get this to you? I'm just gonna send you I'm gonna save the picture, but I'm gonna Snapchat it to you.
I mean, I'm looking at all of her hair. Like it doesn't look.
I want to make sure you're looking at the one I'm talking about.
Okay. I mean, her hair looks fine.
Oh, Dex finally messaged me back. He just said, "But why?"
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It was like blonde, but then like
No,
had
the fucking like hump, like
oh the
there's
hump. That's what
that.
you're complaining about.
If
Okay.
a girl had that hairstyle in school, you knew she was a giant C word. Like that was their girl that would like go get like in school suspension and carry her fucking purse like this and like the whole time and just like the hot Cheeto girl, you know,
Yeah.
like
No.
and then chewing gum like clip that.
I want that
But
soundbite so bad
but
just for.
but like girls were doing that hairstyle. I'm like, why? I think it looks so goddamn dumb.
I think like my biggest thing that I remembered about like those early, like the early 2000, like being in school in the early 2000s was just like the wild mix of like people like music, like people tried to listen like you were either like on this side like where it was like the pop and then like pop, hip hop, all that stuff, or you were a metalhead. And there was like that was pretty much all of middle school. It was either you were emo metalhead or you listened to a lot of hip hop and stuff. Emo, or
No,
you like
I'm thinking of like
you went in such a like I literally thought my Discord froze. Like you did
I was so still.
you were so still for like a minute. I was like, did my Discord break?
I had to
Like
stop all my other RAM processes in order to function with this one thought.
like
Like no movement.
bro, you could see the smoke coming out of your ears.
Someone put like a loading bar right here.
It was so bad.
You had to pause me so I could buffer and then play again.
I legit thought Discord broke. I was like, emo? Am I
No, so like, cause my big thing, like, um, and I saw a TikTok about this the other day. Like Uncle Cracker's what's that fucking song?
You make me
Yeah, see,
smile. You make me smile.
uh,
Or is there the other one?
no, follow me.
Oh yeah,
Every kid in the '90s like knows that song, and you know why I know that song? Because we like it would play on the bus, and some of the kids would sing it. So I learned the words when the radio would be playing on the bus, and it would come on, and all the kids would start singing it,
yeah,
and we were had a blast. I you know, and then after third grade, I had never heard the song again until I was like in like once I bought like
yeah.
my own Spotify or something. And then I'm like, I remember this song. And I listened to it. And I'm like, so I knew all the fucking words. But I'm like, how do I know all the fucking words? It's been more than 20 years.
I like that. Uncle Cracker is like he had those two songs. Like I know he probably has more than that.
He's got two songs, kind of
He's
like
he's got in my head he has literally two songs. Follow Me and You Make Me Smile, and those are the only two songs that he's ever written ever. And like because that's all you heard like in the early two like I swear like it was just like
oh yeah.
because like his
What's up,
song those two songs were so like easygoing and like there was no swear no nothing you could play it everywhere and everyone did because it was good background music.
you know,
Also, have you ever
You know Eve 6?
Eve 6?
Yeah, they have one song.
Which one was that one?
Inside Out by Eve 6.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was warm my pride. I was inside out.
Yeah.
I'm
Have you
like,
ever
they don't have real songs.
have you ever seen what Uncle Cracker looks like?
What does Uncle Cracker look like?
Have you ever like look? He looks exactly like how his like name is.
Oh God!
He's
Oh, that one looks like he's like a young Chumley from fucking Pawn Stars.
yeah. I don't know. He's like a weird mix of
You're-
like fat but not fat, and it's just so weird.
Oh, I know what that's like. Well, it's because he's big. He's built big. So,
He's a
like,
big guy. Like he's just built.
big. I mean, I'd be okay with like that. Oh, there's a picture of him with Kid Rock. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot that it's not Uncle. It's not C. It's not C Cracker. It's K
Yeah,
Cracker.
hey cracker.
No, yeah, he has like multiple albums. I don't like none of these songs exist. Wait, he was in a music group called Kid Rock and the Twisted Brown Trucker Band. Oh, he was so that's why he used to be with Kid Rock and then he moved on to do his own stuff. Interesting. What else do you remember? We were talking before, and that's kind of what started this topic. But like hit clips,
Oh
like
yeah, fucking hit clip. There's like 10 of them or
it
something,
was the dumbest
and
thing.
like
The,
three of them were Britney Spears, three were Backstreet Boys, and then there's like four random ones. And you're just like, you're fucking like, oh, you're just like, click, and it plays in your headphones. You're like, oh, like most of one song.
yeah,
You're like,
it could even play the whole song, which was like the dumbest part. And like I remember like when you like the early stages of like iPods and stuff, where you could like when that like switch happened where you can like have like it on like a device, like all your music, and you could have like 1,000 songs or plus on a device that actually played and didn't need like like a CD or anything, and that
oh
was like
yeah,
mind blowing.
yeah, like what, like back when you had some fucking like
Do you
shitty
have an
MP3.
iPod?
I had an iPod Touch, but before that, I had just like some shitty MP3 player.
Yeah,
It's like it was like this big,
yeah, yeah.
and it had like the scrolling like marquee on it, so you can kind of see it had like five, like maybe three buttons. You're like click,
Mm-hmm.
click, and then like yeah, that was also the era of like when you had to like take your chords and like
Yeah, I hated that, but like I had like the old like the original iPod, like not even the touch, just like the one that had a
oh
screen that you.
I had the my first one I got was a like we had like I had a friend who had the normal iPod and like he would share it with me, but I got the little square iPod that could play color video.
Mm,
I got one of
mm.
those. Then
I
everyone
think
started getting like shuffles. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, how do you even
I
do a
think
shuffle?
I think Grizzly still has his I think Grizzly still has his iPod Nano. Like he had that for a long time, and I think he still has it. Was it an iPod Nano or was it a Shuffle?
I think Nano. No, the shuffle was the little one that you like the joggers with that would clip on. It had no screen or anything. The Nano was little. I think that was the little square one.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then everyone would get like the tall version, like the like one that looked like a fucking Razor cell phone.
yeah.
But I like the little square one because
I let
I could see like my music videos and shit on
yeah,
it.
and then the iPod Touch came out, and then everything was different.
Yeah, we had an iPod Touch, and then my girlfriend's brother spilt a beer on it, and it stopped working.
Oh,
Um, then when I was living in New Hampshire, I found like I was just walking to like to Shaw's to get like just get like snacks, and I saw like an iPod in the road. I'd been run over a billion times. I went over to it, and like the screen was like destroyed. But I opened it, and it turned on. It was still on. I'm like, oh no way! I went home and like I factory restored it. Like I just ripped all the shit off it, and it was a working iPod. The screen was just destroyed, so I just got a new screen for it. And I'm like, free iPod.
nice roadside iPod.
I didn't know like the odds were against me, but I found a working iPod that had been run over a million times.
Like no one else decided to stop and pick it up.
Oh, I mean, no one really walked the road. It was like just a busy road, but no one like walked on it. Uh, but also like I obviously couldn't get into it the first time because it was locked with stuff people's like info or whatever. Do you know how easy it is just to just reset a device? You feel like oh yeah, just let me just plug this in and wipe. All right, we're good.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, like especially back then, like it was super easy to like. Did you ever jailbreak that iPod?
No, I don't jailbreak shit. I don't need to. I don't need to do anything weird to anything. So like people that get like the jailbroken like the Roku like the Fire Sticks and stuff. I'm like I don't care. I'll just buy. I'll get Hulu. I don't need a fucking Fire Stick. I'm using someone else's smart TV right now. I'm like I don't need like if I get a smart TV, cool. You know what I'm gonna do? There's a button for Netflix. Like click. Or I'll just open, or I just turn on my PlayStation that has it all on there. I'm like, that's what I use.
I remember there's that, but like that was like such an obsession, and like they're like, oh, did you jailbreak this? It's like no, I
Like, oh
didn't.
yeah, I jailbreaked my new like shitty
It
iPhone.
didn't. It
Now,
didn't
now
do
I
anything.
now I can get apps in like Japan that I can't understand. I get these like I get updates for like other stuff.
It
These
didn't
apps you
do
can't
it.
get.
It didn't. It literally did nothing. Like
It did nothing.
it was like such a like it just was like a status symbol. Like I could jailbreak. It's like yeah, anyone
Like
can, dude.
yeah, and anyone can get like walls and stuff on Call of Duty, but I mean only stupid people get that.
Right.
I got hacked for CS:GO. Like cool. I'm sorry you're bad at the game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like what like I had a friend. He was like, "What you didn't like? Wait, you didn't hack your CS:GO?" I'm like, "No, because I'm not a douche."
They're like,
Like
oh, I'll just make another account. I'm like, why? Like, it's not fun. Remember, like there was a time in video games where it was cheat codes, like it was single player. Like you do fun things like infinite health, infinite ammo.
that's
Get more
fine. Like
money.
to me, that like that's different.
You're playing around. You're using command
You're
line stuff
you're
and just having
you're
fun.
you're in fucking like you're in GTA like
Yeah,
what
up, down, left, right, like square, triangle, circle, X, square,
was
L1, R1, up, down, left, right, and then
yeah,
infinite,
GTA San
whatever.
Andreas, right?
Yeah,
Was that
hold
the
on.
one?
If I look at my controller,
Like like I remember like just doing playing GTA San Andreas and beating it a bunch, and then like
I know Star Wars Battlefront 2, it's up, 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 left, down, 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 left, up, left, right. And then that was infinite health, and then the infinite ammo is up, no, it was up, down, left, down, left, right.
why do you remember that?
Yeah.
Why do you remember?
Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one was so goddamn good.
It was
I
so
wish
man.
I I wish the multiplayer for it was good right now. Like it's just hard. Like it crashes all the time. We should play that sometime.
I wish the new Modern Warfare or not the new Battlefront 2 was good. Apparently, it
I
got
wish
like
any of the best Battlefront 2 was Bad Company 2. And after that they just started getting worse and worse.
you mean Battlefield?
Yeah, Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Yeah,
Everything after that one was just bad.
I love the Bad Company like spin-offs. Like Bad Company 1 and 2 were so funny. I
I
wish,
like I
dude, if
like
they
I used to
were
play the multiplayer nonstop. It was just
if
fun.
if the Bad Companies were on Steam, I would play the hell out of them. Like I don't think they are, but like I would absolutely buy them again and like just play them through because Bad Company 1 and 2 the story was so hilarious.
Oh yeah, it was nuts.
Just like oh,
Blowing up
like
blowing up trains
I
and
still remember to this day in the first one. There's like when they like to like do the story where they're like chasing after gold and they're like, "Oh, well, you can't go in there. That's we're not at war with that country. It's a peacetime nation." And then there's like the gold, like the trucks of gold are going in there, and like Haggard's just running off shooting, like yeah, and there's gold in there, Mar Hills, and it's like, well,
off we go.
let's commit some more crimes.
Remember when everyone would wear their hat sideways?
Yeah,
Like what was that? Like what was that?
what was that? Like I hated it. Like to
Like
this day, like if my
nobody does it anymore because they're like, oh, I look like a douchebag.
to this day, if my hat's even like slightly off kilter, like I'm like, oh god, I'm sorry, and then like try to fix it like immediately. Like I
It's like,
don't.
remember wearing what about wearing your visor upside down? Remember visors? Remember
Yeah,
getting a visor?
I hate, dude. Those things are so stupid. Like I don't know why people wear those. They're like it does. It's useless because your top of your head still gets burnt. Like the sun still hits it, and then also it just looks stupid. Especially like the plastic ones. Like you remember the green plastic ones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that was for like bookies and stuff, but like still it looks stupid.
If I ever worked a job and they were like they handed me like that green plastic visor as like to put on my head, I'd be like, I'm not working here. Yeah, I'm not working here. If this is required, I'm leaving.
This is required. I'm leaving.
I ain't gonna let someone catch me wearing that ugly ass thing.
Oh, did it say it was a WBP? Gross. Discord needs to allow WebP files already.
I'm gonna look up if you can play like the Bad Company games on on PC.
Bad Company. Platforms: Android, PlayStation 3, Windows, iOS 360. Sorry, this game is not available. We realize the disappointment of this moment. So why not take the opportunity to browse our games? No, I want Battlefield Bad Company 2.
Like why? Like why is it not on Steam yet?
Look at the system. The system requirements: operating system, Windows XP, processor, a Pentium D 3 gigahertz Core 2 Duo, or an Athlon 64X2. It requires 2 gigs of RAM, 15 gigabytes for digital download version, 10 gigabytes for disk version. The video card must be 256 megabytes or more and contain these chipsets or better: NVIDIA GeForce 7800 GT, an ATI X 1900. Laptop versions of these chipsets may work but are not supported. Updates to your video and sound card drivers may be required. Any DirectX compatible sound card, DX9, 10, or 11 for normal DirectX. Input: keyboard, mouse, joystick.
I wonder because it was on.
Remember floppy disks?
Yeah. Wait, there's this. It's on Xbox. So I wonder if you because like Xbox has a bunch of old games you can play.
Would it be on Game Pass?
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, Xbox.
Xbox Cornet.
Xbox.
Oh,
Battlefield.
Bad Company 2 is on there, but not Bad Company 1.
Oh, fucking Bad Company 2 is still the best one.
But Bad Company 1 was so good.
But 2 is just as good, if not better.
But I want the whole thing.
I don't want to blow people up.
I'm like tempted to buy a 360 again just so I can play back.
I'm saying the 360 was one of the best things I've ever owned.
That is
I played so much fucking Halo and Modern Warfare 2. It's disgusting.
like the 360
like my playtime on Steam, like my playtime on like 360 for games was like insane.
The 360 was a classic. Like just a mwah, chef's kiss classic.
It made multiplayer so easy.
I'm like really tempted to look up an Xbox emulator, like 360 emulator.
They don't got one right now. Trust me.
Is there a PS3 emulator?
There might be actually. Let me check my source for that one.
Xbox doesn't have an emulator? Not yet.
Not Xbox 360. Anything past PS2 is like hard. Sony PlayStation 3. Yep, there's an emulator for it.
That's nuts.
Yeah, do you want me to send you the emulator?
Yeah, do it because like apparently you can do it through. It's the only way you can do it on PC.
I'll send it to you in the chat. Just don't look at it.
Okay.
Later. We here at Two Idiots One Brain Cell heavily support buying your own consoles and games and not pirating or emulating. We would never support the developers of the games you love. I don't care if you support the big companies or not, but the developers work really hard, so you should give them a couple bucks. But if someone tries to sell you a fucking PlayStation 2 for $400, just report them on Facebook Marketplace or whatever.
I have bought those games before, so it's like done my share, and those get like I don't think people are making money on Bad Company anymore, like the developers.
I mean, fair, but that's usually the problem. Is no one wants to.
Now
the emulator is easy to get. Now you have to go find a good ROM of whatever you want. Because companies have like gouged ROM sites.
I know.
Which is sad because the website that I sent you used to be my favorite place to get them, and now they're all gone. Like thousands and thousands of games just disappeared because Nintendo was like me. You can't play Chrono Trigger. You're not allowed to play Chrono Trigger from Super Nintendo anymore.
See, like there it reaches like a line when it's like, where that's okay, like I think it's okay to like when it's like those old games you don't have access to.
So my line is like the generation before the one that's currently in the store. So if I can go to the store and I can buy a Switch, the generation before that was the Wii U, which means anything before the Wii U, I should be allowed to like emulate. Because some people will still have the Wii U.
Yeah.
And then not a Switch. Or like I have a PS4. Do they still sell PS4s at like Walmart?
No.
No. So I'm like, all right. So anything before PS4 should be emulated. Should be on an emulator.
Because I don't think you can even. I don't even think the Xbox One is in the stores anymore. I think it's just the One S, or like the whatever.
Whatever the fuck it is. Nobody cares. No one has it.
So you don't need it. You just have, if you have a PC and you have Game Pass, that's it. And
exactly.
Then,
my computer is more powerful than any Xbox.
Yeah. That's like the only, like Xbox did that because they couldn't. They knew they were going to compete with PlayStation. So
they're competing with their own product they already have, which is the computer.
Yeah. So
Microsoft's like, wait, buy our console, but wait, buy our PCs too because
well, it's not really. If you think about it, it's not really competing with. Like, they're just like, they're shifting away from their console, and they're just like, we know people buy the PC. We know that Apple's never going to join the gaming scene.
Like, yeah, that's not. That's why I got a MacBook sitting next to me.
Like, it's like, well, because like, does Apple own Alien? Who's Alienware? Is that Apple?
Dell. That's Dell.
Oh. I thought it was Apple's for some reason.
That's why I don't buy Alienware products because I fucking hate Dell. And then I found out that Alienware is just, fancy Dell. I'm like,
because Alienware is like overly expensive and it's not that good. Like,
remember Turtle Beach?
Yeah, everyone thinking the Turtle Beaches were amazing and they're not.
Remember people on like Xbox Live being like, "Oh, I got my Turtle Beach headset so I can hear footsteps from across the map."
Yeah.
Like, no, you can't. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm gonna use my lag switch real quick. Like no, you just have bad internet.
I would just say like, Turtle Beaches used to be like top of the line. Like they were good, at the time. They weren't as good as people made them out to be, but they were nice. I had like a set. I got a set for a birthday, and they're really comfy. They were really nice.
I had the Xbox 360 microphone that plugged into your controller.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
That's the one.
Just a little headset, like giant fucking microphone here, big old foam earpiece, went over your head.
I remember that one, but I had a Turtle Beach one. I like because my Xbox One actually broke because the mic just wasn't picking up input anymore. I tried fixing it.
That reminds me, I gotta switch up this mic I have now. I mean, I've got my fancy Elgato Wave 3 over here, and I haven't even opened the box yet.
How long have you had the Wave 3?
A while. I got it for Christmas.
Brother!
My mom also got me a new wireless headset, and I'm like, all right.
That's not, you don't even set that up. You just turn it on.
But I like the Corsair one. I like it a lot.
Oh my god, you're so lazy. It's like right there. You don't even. There's the headset.
But this setup works so well right now. Like if this broke, I'd be like, yeah, I'll set that up. But this one works so good.
You could sell it.
Let me take off its little foam balls.
You could sell it, or just like the way.
Why do I need to?
Because listen, I have the same mic as you, and I fully recognize that the Blue Yeti is a very solid mic and will get you through a lot of things in life. Like it's a very solid mic. It's not overly amazing,
Sure,
but
it
it's
sure will.
but it's not like it's a very good starting mic. It's a very good. I still have I've had this thing for like 4 years. It still works.
I got my stream deck somewhere around here. Like I put it in
Like
a drawer.
like I
I
still
have all these gadgets and I just don't use
my
them.
stream deck is like right here. Like I still have it set up.
I,
Like I
I've
just
got
never
I've got fucking like Android version of AirPods. Don't even use them.
like it.
Like
But the
I've just
wave.
got
But here's
things.
the thing: the Wave 3 is objectively better. It is just like objectively a better mic.
Well, after this, I'll set it up and you can listen to me.
Like,
Test.
bro, I've wanted one. I just don't have like the money to. I don't want to spend the $350. Like, or what is it? $350? I don't know. They're
I don't know. I got it
expensive.
for Christmas. I didn't ask.
They're expensive.
My mom doesn't do expensive presents for me, but that this year she did, and I'm like, oh, okay.
The Wave
I don't,
3. Oh
I
no,
don't,
the Wave
I
3
don't
is not
really
that
ask.
expensive.
Which reminds me, I have to start working on my Amazon Christmas list again.
The Wave 3 is 120. I thought it was way more expensive than that.
Oh, but back during Christmas, it's probably like 200. Um, I think for Christmas this year, I'm gonna ask Santa for an electric longboard.
Does Crosshair own Elgato? Or do they work together?
Corsair.
Yeah.
Let's go. Who owns Elgato? Corsair Gaming.
Oh, they do own. Wow.
My boys, Corsair. My power supply is Corsair. My keyboard is Corsair. My desk mat is Corsair. My RAM is Corsair.
Are you sponsored by Corsair?
No, I just think their products work.
I mean, they do work.
I have their headset stand over there behind that. Why do I even have that? I have a headset stand, the one with like the LED glowy.
Oh my
RGB
God.
face, and it's behind a monitor over there, and it's plugged in. It doesn't do anything. I'm just wasting power on a fucking headset stand. You know what I do with this is what I do with my headset.
What every human does with a headset is they take it off and put it on their desk.
I have this giant, like on top of my computer, I have this giant, like cleared space. And it's like, if I'm not using it, I just put it up there and then I just grab it and put it back.
Listen, like,
I just move this out of the way, just move stuff around.
like, listen, I get that there are people that use those like headset stands because they like have like, you know,
No, I almost bought the desk mat that had the like RGB around it.
Oh
So I'm
my
like,
God.
I have a Corsair mouse.
do they? But like, the only time I would ever buy a headset stand is if I had a $300 plus headset, and I don't, so I don't need it.
Well,
Like,
the problem is I don't like. There's nowhere good to put it because
like, do you
like,
know
I
that?
would put it on top of my computer.
Do you know what headset I've always wanted? Like, it's
You want that kitty cat one, right? With the cat
no,
ears?
no.
Oh.
Like, I did like research on it, and the brand that I can't even remember the one that Markiplier has, but like that brand that he has apparently is like insanely like good, and they're like $350 minimum for their lowest rated one, and I'm like, I don't want it.
Well, save your money for a year. Get it.
Like, no, but like these Arctic 7s are just fine. Like they are exactly what I need, and they're actually kind of nice because like they separate your game and voice audio, and it's kind of nice. Like I know other headsets do that, but like this doesn't, and it was a low price. These again are like a year and a half years old, or 2 years, and they lasted a lot longer, especially a lot longer than the Lenovo one that I got. That was like lasted like less than a year.
Yeah.
And then like this
Not
is
a big
like
fan of Lenovo.
this is up to like 2 years, and it works, and it's fine. Like it's a solid. Like the sound quality is nice.
Ooh,
Like
quarter.
the my biggest thing with with like over-the-ear headsets is just that they need to be comfy on my ears, and they're super
Oh,
comfy.
I mean, that's why I got this. That's why I got these. They're fucking
Yeah,
huge. They just like completely cover the. It's nice and soft.
yeah.
And then the only problem is like I can't hear anything. So like I'm sitting
Oh
also just
yeah,
see someone hitting my
that's.
door. I'm like, oh my
I
god.
think like if I was to get a new one, I would get like the open back ones where you can hear, because like I can't like yeah I can't like if my door was to open and someone would walk in, I couldn't hear until like they were touching my shoulder. Like
sh- shower thought. Do you think presidents masturbated in the White House?
I'm a first answer your question and then ask you what the fuck. Yeah, probably. I'm assuming they did. Like like wouldn't you like if you were in the White House? Like wouldn't you like
If you had the opportunity, would you jerk off in the White House?
100%? Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I would 100% do it just to
You're
say
like,
that I did it.
you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna go spooge on a pillow somewhere.
Like, also, where did that thought train come from? Holy
I
crap!
I don't know. Because we were
Holy,
talking about computer stuff. I'm like, I want to ask him a question about the presidents, and then I'm like, do presidents jerk off? Like, obviously, yeah, but
I just
like you.
we were talking about like nostalgia, then we were talking about like computers, and then just out of nowhere, do presidents jerk off? Like, what the?
If you're a president that jerks off, please leave a comment.
Yeah, right. If they have, yeah, because presidents totally watch this thing.
Obama, year 8.
Come on, we can't do other people's shit.
I know, but it's still so fucking funny.
We can't let people know that most of our humor is just referential humor.
But it's because it's funny still. Remember? Do you remember in school? Like, remember trying to get people to like blow milk out their nose? Like, remember that was a thing?
No, that was never a thing.
Like, I remember like you were like there was like it was like a what do they call those? Like a rumor that like if someone drank milk and you made them laugh really hard, they'd blow milk out their nose. And I'm like, I want to see that.
Why? That's gross.
And that sounds fucking funny as shit.
Do you ever play like okay something? Did you ever play quarters as a?
Is that the way you do your knuckles on the
Yeah,
counter?
yeah. You put
And
the yeah.
oh no, that fucking hurt. I have a quarter, Alan. You want to play quarters?
I remember I used to do that. I also did the highest point. Did you ever do highest point?
No, what's that?
It's a stupid game. You take like a metal can, like a monster can or something, and you karate chop it, and you have to hit the highest point on the metal can until it breaks. And most of the time, it would end up in your hand being cut.
Jesus. What about? I mean, remember wall ball?
Oh, I loved wall ball. Wall
That's
ball.
still. I would play the fuck out of wall ball right now. It's
Like,
like just racquetball, but you get to hurt. You get to like really hurt each other.
I think that's what like being a like a like in the early school days of being a kid was like for a guy. That's all it was. Was just like
Oh, I fucking love wall. Like I remember, like we would like hey, can we get some guys together? Let's play some wall ball. We'd have to go to the gym teacher and be like, okay, can we have a tennis ball? And he was just like, oh yeah, like he'd just go to the room like grab.
Good. We would go in lunch and like every one kid would always bring like would just have a tennis ball in their backpack and they would bring it out.
Oh
Like
yeah, of course.
and then like and so we would go against the school and we would huck it and like yeah and we'll just play like you played it like where it had to bounce and you had to if you went to go catch it you had to
Yeah,
catch
it has
it.
to bounce once, and if you touch it, you have to either throw
Okay.
it, or if you fuck up, you have to run and touch the wall before the next person hits the wall with it.
Yeah, so like I remember as a kid, what I would always do like is if I went to go grab it and I knew I wasn't gonna catch it, I would bat it backwards and then run towards the.
Yeah, that's exactly what you like. Get the fuck out of here and you bolt. But then you're like, all right. So they get the ball to the wall first, and they're like, all right, take your whipping, and you go up to the wall, hands behind your head, and you tried to make the holes like with your head like as big as you could, because you know they're gonna aim for your fucking head.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking someone whip a ball, so it's like boom, right next to your ear, just and then like bounce back, and you're like, oh my god, like you're sitting there pissing yourself against a school wall.
We had a rule because like the teachers would get pissed, so we had to follow the. That was the only way to keep like our wall ball. We could not aim for the head. Like we could not. So we would have people like turn around, put their head against the wall, and so it was just their back. Because we like our teachers got so pissed at us, they were like, "Look, we'll let you play, but you cannot aim for the head."
Wait, Alan, can we have the goats on the show real quick?
The what?
The goats.
What goats?
Oh, hold on.
What? I'm so dude. This is what it's like with him. Like, just his thought train just like is insane. How quickly it just changes. Is he?
There's a goat.
He's bringing a goat. He has a goat. I am not lying. That is. I see a bit of a goat. He has a goat. I know he has goats. Oh, there is a goat. You could see. Taylor, zoom in on on his door. You can see that there is a goat. I'm doing live commentary on email. The reason why I'm looking over here is because this is where OBS is. I just see that he has.
All right, bye.
He had a goat. I did not lie. He had a goat.
They're one of them scratching his horns on the retaining wall, but it's like right at my door. So I'm like, oh yeah, go, just come on in. He's too afraid to actually come in, but he.
The good news is they could see his head. They saw his head. God, I was telling him this is what it's like with you. Your thought process just is so scatterbrained.
I am the embodiment of 256 gigabytes of RAM. Random access memory, but not a lot of it.
Oh, well, that was fun. What are you going to do after this episode's done? You're going to set up your stupid mic.
Okay.
You better do this. Inexcusable that you have an objectively better mic sitting right next to you.
Let's do an unboxing video, everybody.
Since
I'll have I don't think I tell myself not to keep the box. I don't need to keep the box. I have a blade on me.
Hold on, I'm literally
You're gonna. All right. Well, to everybody that came out and listened to us tonight, we appreciate it. Again, as always, it's Lumberjack Allen and Emotaculous. We have a lot of fun doing this. We appreciate if you share this around with your buddies. If you want to just ask, put something in the comments, put anything. We can work with you, and answer your questions and shit.
100%.
Don't forget the 2 idiots 1 brain cell at yahoo.com. Just send shit there.
I love that we used Yahoo. We didn't.
And it's very us. And as always, if you check us out on Saturday nights on YouTube when we upload sometimes.
What he means to say
earlier than that usually, but
what he means to say is we upload Saturday at noon.
Yeah, but you guys have lives, okay? So when you get home from work, just pop us on.
No, your life stops Saturday noon. You come and you freaking watch this.
The minute it releases, you watch it. Otherwise, you're a fake fan.
Gotta be firm with it. Anyways, all right. Thanks, guys, for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Okay, bye.